Going on, Falcon fans? It's your boy Ricondo. Come back at you with another video. So we're going to continue our series today on the 53-man roster projection with the quarterbacks. So guys, before we get into the video, if you have not already, go ahead and please subscribe to the channel. Please hit that notification bell so you know when I drop another video. Please hit the like button so I know you guys like to hear what I talk about. Then please share my video throughout this YouTube universe so more people could come in and hear me talk about these Atlanta Falcons. So, like I said, we're talking about the quarterbacks, and I don't think it was a surprise. You guys know Marcus Mariota and Desmond Ridder was going to be the two. Last year, the Falcons did keep three. They kept Matt Ryan, Felipe Franks, Josh Rosen. You know, they had AJ McCarron here to start the season. However, he did tear his ACL, so they had to bring Josh Rosen in to fill that slot. Um, Felipe Franks still is listed as a quarterback, so I'm pretty sure he's going to get his opportunity to show what he could do. However, I really believe that these two guys is going to get most of the snaps in camp, and the reason why, because of that quarterback competition. I think this is one of the most exciting storylines in recent history with the Atlanta Falcons. Um, as you guys know, 14 years, we never had to worry about who was going to be the starting quarterback. But that is not the case this year. These two guys are definitely going to compete. I do believe Marcus Mariota has the upper hand, but Desmond Ridder is definitely going to get every opportunity to show what he's able to do moving forward. We know Marcus Mariota um, has had an up and down career. His last two seasons, he was backing up Derek Carr with the Vegas Raiders. Um, but I think that gave him time to mentally and physically heal himself, and I think he's definitely in a different place. I think he's gonna be able to show what he's capable of. Not saying he's gonna be some kind of superstar coming out, but he fits Arthur Smith's scheme very well. His mobility, being able to run that read pass option, um, the play actions, the bootlegs, things like that. Being able to, like I said, use his mobility in the red zones. All the things that we wasn't able to do with a pocket passer like a Matt Ryan. I think this is definitely more Arthur Smith. I think he'll be able to open up his playbook more with a player like Marcus Mariota. So it's definitely going to be exciting to see what Marcus Mariota can do. Desmond Ridder, this guy, like I said in some other videos, he is a winner. Only lost 6 games in college. Yes, he played in the USA conference, but that doesn't mean anything. You go look at three of the games that he had. The one against Notre Dame, the one against Georgia the year before, and then that one in the playoffs against Alabama. I thought he did all he could do in all those 3 games against against some of the competition that he was going up. They was better as a team, as a whole team, but I thought Desmond Ridder showed some of the attributes that he had playing a better team, and the moment wasn't too big for him. I felt that he played to the best of his abilities. If you go back to that Georgia game, they probably could have won that Georgia game the year before. Alabama defensive line was just too much for the Cincinnati offensive line. So, but if you go, like I said, you go back and watch those 3 games, he can actually show what he can do against better competition while he's playing. So, with both of these guys, we definitely going to be able to see this competition. Um, it's going to be interesting to see how many snaps Felipe Franks get, because if these guys are going to go toe to toe, they're going to get a lot of snaps in camp. Usually, when teams do, they have more than 2 quarterbacks to give some of these guys some breaks, but looking like, especially during the early off season, these 2 guys was getting most of the snaps. They had Felipe Franks, trying out at tight end. It's gonna be interesting if they keep that same model in training camp. If they do, like I said, these guys are gonna get a lot of opportunities to show what they got. Gonna be interesting to see if Desmond Ridder actually ran with the ones. I don't think he did a whole lot of of that during the off-season program with OTAs and minicamp. But um, if you're gonna let him compete, you definitely got to put him in with the ones with the Kyle Pitts, with the Drake Londons, and those guys. We're gonna be able to see how these both of these guys look with our full complement of stars like a Cardell Patterson. Um, Damian Williams going to be full effect. Of course, Tyler Algier, um, Anthony Fersker. Hopefully, John Fitzpatrick be back so we can actually see all these guys out of training camp and see what that offense is definitely going to look like. So this competition is going to be fierce, and I think it's going to be very exciting. And this is something that for Falcon fans we haven't seen in a long time, um, and have that question about who's going to be that starting quarterback for us um, to start the season. Before we get out of here, um, for this projection, I do have a question that I want to ask you guys. And can you give me some feedback? What you think? How important is it for the Falcons to find out what Desmond Ritter is all about before next season? Um, like I said, he's a third round pick. It's no pressure to actually start him. But the way I look at it, if Desmond Ritter um, can show that he can be that guy for the future for us, not saying that he actually to get in this season and play. Um, I mean, if you're looking at it, the Falcons is winning games, and with Marcus Mariota, and we in the playoff hunt. Um, you can't stop that momentum. You got to let Marcus Mariota keep playing. So at that time, whatever they see from Desmond Ritter in practice, that's what they're going to be able to see. But if if somehow the Falcons not having the season that we like, Desmond Ritter is definitely going to get a chance to be able to show what he's able to do and see if he can actually help this team win games as well. So, but the reason I asked that question because if Desmond Ritter can prove to be that starting quarterback moving forward, that sets the Falcons up um, very well because now we have a young quarterback with a very small salary, and we can actually build a team around him. Remember, we actually going to have a lot of draft capital. I mean, salary cap to spend next year. And if we could have a quarterback that we feel like is going to be the future for us already on the team, we can actually build around that quarterback um, in the draft and in free agency as well. So, not looking too much forward past this season. But the question just want to know, since both of these quarterbacks is going to be competing, um, how important is it for us to find out what Desmond Ritter is all about? Can he actually be the future face of this franchise, or do the Falcons need to be considering other options um, moving forward? So, guys, that's all I have. These are my two quarterbacks. Um, that we're done with the offensive side of the ball. Now we got to move to the defense, and now this what is really going to get tough for me because, like I said, looking at the numbers game, how many defensive linemen I'm going to keep, how many outside linebackers, how many inside linebackers, how many safeties, and how many cornerbacks, uh, and then of course. We have to include the special team guys that's automatic on this team as well. So, but that's our free three-man roster. So going to the defense next, guys, stay tuned for that. But please answer my question about Desmond Ritter and let me know what you think. So these are my quarterbacks. These are the two guys that we're moving forward, and we probably have Felipe Franks on that practice squad. So this is your boy Ricondo. Come back at you with another video. Peace.